All right, let's have this second part of the program tonight, focusing on the legislature. In recent years, Nigeria's legislature, particularly at the federal level, has been hit by a barrage of controversies. Some of them, well, analysts say self-inflicted, whether at the upper chamber, which is the Senate, or the lower chamber, that is the House of Representatives. The most recent is the one, involving the President of the Senate, His Excellency Godswill Akpabio, and the Senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan. While tonight, of course, by all means, will insulate this conversation from all of the legal elements around it, we want to look at the legislature as an entity. What exactly has become of it between when we returned to democracy in 1999 and today, 26 years and counting? Our guest tonight is Global Television in-house analyst, Professor Ibrahim Abubakar. Prof, again, thank you, and here's wishing you a big weekend ahead of you. I'd like us to begin quickly because of time. A former senator, Shehu Sani from Kaduna State, says that in 2018, just because he made mention of what senators earn, he was almost suspended as well. Is it a way of saying, if that was anything to go by, that suspending senators is probably a method of punishing those who go against the rules of the House or something?
Well, I'm going to put it into perspective. The perspective of trying to create a scene where you know you are empty, to divert attentions of the public from the iniquity of the administrative structure or standards. Then the second one is being unable to come out and said, I am not effective or efficient enough to hold such offices. Nigerians are people who stays in office, and even when they have nothing to offer, wants to perpetually remain in that office. I think those are the two segments to it. Then coming down to your question, why should I be representing my people and you are representing your people and you are suspending me from representing my people for some time?
But they said it's based on the rules of the House.
The rules were created by some certain class of people who call themselves the principal officers. Were the rules created by the generalities of the people in the Senate?
But you subscribe to those rules once you become a senator and you are inaugurated.
When you subscribe to a rule, there is no subscription to a rule that you were not part of.
But those rules have been there even before this 10th Senate.
Let's look at what happened from Wednesday. The ethics privilege committee sat down on Wednesday, finish on Wednesday, bring a report on Thursday. Is that a period enough to finish a case of sexual harassment?
You think that process was hasty?
That is not a process. Most of them are afraid of the Senate president so that they will not remove them as committee chairman. That is what happens everywhere. Whatever Mr. President says is what the federal executives take. They have no voice of their own because they are afraid that I'm a minister, I can be removed any minute. So what we are doing here is a yes man game. I have to lick your boot to remain in power.
Are you saying Senator Akpoti Uduaghan has stepped on powerful toes at this point? Is that the message?
Yes, because they all do it. They are all sexually harassing people, not even the co-senators, harassing ladies even in town, harassing mostly married women. And I will tell you the history. In the first, from 1999 to 2007, ladies, legislators, executives of organizations, ministers, and the rest were having relationship with young ladies who accuse them and come back and tell them we are pregnant, and they look for a way to settle them. In curtailing that, they fall back to married women. Because a married woman who falls into your trap is not going to say she's pregnant. She's not going to indict you in any way. And that has spread logically. So it's only people who don't know the implication of what has happened and has not looked at the history between 1999 to today that will say, oh, it is a total new print. It is not a total new print.
It's always been there.
Yes, it has been there. It has been there. Most homes have been broken by this set of people who bring in induced, gullible married women and tell them that, who is that your useless husband? I will marry you tomorrow. And at the end of the day, when the woman has fallen into the trap, they leave them alone. So we have a lot of divorce cases, separations, and everything in there.
But let's look at the very fundamental implications of these developments on the Nigerian Senate.
That is why, if you are indicted, you should resign.
But is that not unrealistic, given what we know about how our politics works here?
I am coming. That is why I'm saying that these people, because all of them are soiled, will not want anybody to go. And they are not ready to go. You cannot tell Akpabio to go today, he will never go. From the day he's indicted till today, if he has not spent money to remain in that power, he has spent not less than $500 million.
But again, that's speculative.
It's not a speculation.
Because you
see, let me tell you, I have my what we call the cloud cameras in security.
Do they have payment advice for these transactions you just talked about?
He knows what he's doing. They know. They all know what they are doing. To remain in power, yes, he has spent that kind of amount, if not more than. It is a shameful thing. If we want to look at our culture, tradition, and the rest, if you are indicted to have had even an approach of a married woman, it's a taboo in all mannerisms.
So at this point, it will appear you're suggesting that the defense that the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, put up on the floor of the Senate on Wednesday does not hold water for you.
It has not hold water because, one, it is not about Natasha alone. The former interim MD of NDDC also accused him when he was a minister.
The lady from River State.
Yes, so why him alone? Apart from that, so many ladies has come out, so one way or the other, to accuse the same Akpabio.
You do not think that this could be some coincidence or something?
It can never be a coincidence. It is a woman who will not just wake up and said, this man has done this, done that against me one time or the other. It is not things that women are proud of, because women take notice of tomorrow. What if he's unmarried, they will say, what if tomorrow somebody is asking me of my husband married and they said I have an encounter or this with so man.
So they think about repercussions.
Yes, they think. Women think more than men thinks on things of that nature. They think. That is why even when you see a woman with a man and you know they are having an affair, if you ask her, she will deny it. Because of that subject, psychological subject in her, that will make her to say, no, if I accept this, it's an indictment in my part and it's going to affect my tomorrow, if not my today.
Okay, people have been calling for the resignation of Akpabio. In fact, what that means is apparently that he should voluntarily throw in the towel, as they say, metaphorically. In other words, they're specifically telling him, resign, because you can be a judge in your own cause. You can't be in the Senate, particularly being the president of the Senate, while this investigation is going on. Does it necessarily need to do that, given that we have not been able to substantiate this? The lady says she has evidence, but have you seen any piece of evidence yourself, Professor Abubakar?
I am telling you from the cloud cameras. I'm not supposed to say this on the open air. Yes. But the truth remains that you cannot be an advocate and a judge. Yeah?
At the same time.
At the same time, in your own personal case, you are supposed to exclude yourself. Even when Abba Moru stood up and said, no, 6 months is too much as recommended, he hit the hammer that it should be 6 months. And he continued to tell us that the husband of the same woman is your friend. So what kind of friendship are you people operating? What is a friend? Just as I always say, friends means free relationship, including enemies navigating directions. So when you get that, you must get that right. We must also know that this is where we are heading to. It's not just an issue of me, you, or not. This is something that by an African tradition, by the Nigerian tradition, no matter where you come from, whether the south, the west, the east, the north, whichever position you come from, is a taboo. First. In fact, by repercussion, by some areas where the woman married from, you are supposed to prepare some rituals. From the part where the husband is from, you have to prepare some rituals. In measuring it. So it's not something we throw away because somebody who is a Senate president is involved.
Okay, let's stop it off because we're time constrained now. They say our Senate, our legislature is becoming some sort of banana republic. Is that not so much of an extreme appellation for the legislature?
No.
Excuse me.
These people has played gods already, so it's a banana republic. They are playing gods, doing whatever they want to do, telling every other person that the 200 and something million Nigeria that they are fools, and them who are just 109 people are just lots over them. That is what they have definitely tell us that we are. And we continue to take it that way because there is nothing anybody can do. The parameters of protection is on them. We give them free police service. We give them free security service, which is not done anywhere in the world. How many senators in America has police details? Yeah, we give them police details. So they are not close to the people. They make laws the way they want to make them and pass the bills any way they want to, without any care for the ordinary man who voted them in, who they represent. Have they ever gone back to their constituency and teach the people what the bills is all about? So yeah, the ignorance is an excuse to our laws. Whether we like it or not, ignorance is an excuse to our laws because the people don't even know the laws. They sit down in Abuja, pass the bills. After 4 years, they go back to the people and say, we need your votes. And because we have given them comfort of riches, money, they are the chairman of all the parastatals and setors. They are chairman committee on this, on aviation, on this, on that, and so they are logically the contractors.
I can imagine. Incidentally, this is an unfolding development. Well, some people say it is an unfolding drama, but we're going to find a way to get Professor Ibrahim Abuka back here as quickly as possible in the course of the week to continue to look at these developments as it unfolds. Prof, thank you so very much for taking our time this weekend to be with us on the program.
Thank you, too.
That's what we're leaving this discussion tonight, everyone. It is Nigeria first, ideally, as it should be, but that hasn't been the culture and practice for the most part of the time. But hopefully, we get back on track and make the country a priority number one. On behalf of everyone who has made this program a success, I'm Iye Agumofugbe saying thank you to you for watching. We'll see you again.